So I just had a reconnection on my broadcast. It's one of the, when I'm dropping it down low there, I'm apparently losing connection, so I'm going to have to keep it up a little higher like this. So like this little puddle isn't connected directly yet, however it will be as soon as the water reaches a level that it connects. That's just what it'll do. So like there's a lot of lakes in this country, in this world. I want to zoom in on a happy dog. Oh gosh, he's so happy to be at the beach. Look at him. Ah, he's got a ball. A tennis ball. Not exactly a tennis ball. Oh, she's going to throw it. Awesome. So that was part of what I would talk about. Water doesn't stick to a ball. You can take a tennis ball and throw it and the water will fling off of it. You can go to your washing machine, watch spin cycle. It'll spin the water out of the clothes. Reality exposes the impossibility of the globe. The globe exposes the global deception. Why does it matter, Robert? Well, a lot of people. Do you still believe in Santa Claus? Come on. I used to. You know, when I found out the whole Santa Claus lie, that summer I was presented the NASA moon landing hoax lie. The global deception was firmly established in humanity when we supposedly landed on the moon and took a picture of the Earth. So I tweeted to Buzz Lightyear yesterday. Buzz Aldrin. Yeah. Bill Gates, Elon Musk, NASA. I tweeted to them. Now what they'll do with that is probably hide it. The AI will hide it from some. You can see it on my tweets. I'll tweet on it. Isn't that dog adorable? Okay, so one of the topics and categories I've created would be called VEMES. And I'm going to show that to you. Rusty over there walking in the water, or whatever his or her name is. Here he comes. That just cracks me up. So VEMES. When a meme isn't enough, let there be VEMES. Lots of them. Let people see the absurdity of life on a globe. Because that means people would be upside down in relationship to other people. It especially looks weird when it's way far away, zoomed in tight. So as far as flatness of the earth, we've got mountains apparently, we're told, as high as Mount Everest, 28,500 and some feet, 5.5 miles or so. We could have mountains taller, I don't know. Sometimes I'll get a variety of readings right here on the beach where I'm at sea level. I've been at sea level and had readings of 260 feet and 10 feet below sea level. Over a variance of over 250 feet of variance. They can't both be right. They could both be wrong. There's a lot wrong in the world, and then there's some that's right. There's the truth, and then there's a whole bunch of deception. How will you know what the deception is if you don't know the truth? Just cracks me up. The puppies are so cute. I meet a lot of people out here that have rescue dogs. A previous owner was abusive, neglectful. They were taken to a shelter, and then somebody comes along and says, I'll take that one and give it a life that's beyond what they could have ever imagined. How people can abuse animals is beyond my, I don't understand it. How people can abuse other people, torture them, hurt them, it's beyond my, I know it's happening, and it's hard to know, so I'm exposing it and I'm telling on them. And that's the best I can do. I not only am exposing the deeds of darkness, I'm proclaiming the gospel around the clock, around the world, around the clock on my channel. That's how I do that. I'm gonna clean my lens a little bit. You can see the salt mist on it, I'm sure. Yeah, I can only get the lens so clean with this much moisture, and so that's just the way it is. Hey, that's what Walter Cronkite would say. He would deliver a whole bunch of official narrative, official New World Order agenda, and then he would go on to say, and that's the way it is. Probably not. That's what he said with the moon landing. I'm calling him out on it. Where is he? I don't know. It's not my call. He was a deceiver. So I'm exposing the deceivers and the deception to the best of my ability. And that's the way it is. I'm exposing the reality. So one of the things that'll happen is that because I'm running the live broadcast with different microphones and surround sound, it'll sound different than the P1000, and you can see it from there. I could see a little reflection in the sky of an airplane. Now I can't see them now. Bicycles look really different upside down. That was one of the first VEMES that I did, was the upside down bicycle riding. So one of the things that I was thinking about, as weird as the upside down world looks, I believe if I take my flat screen TV and flip it in the movable bracket, it would show everything upside down. On a Google Hangout, I don't know how long they'll be, it reorients. On a YouTube video, it stays inverted, but it doesn't allow me to see it. It has a blocked out screen. Oh, I'm going to show you my upgraded bracket mount. It finally came in. I ordered the hot shoe bracket that holds my my tripod smartphone adapter. So now I don't have the black tape on it. It works good. I've got to work out something more durable for the car mount. Yeah, it's a mobile broadcast studio. I want something a little bit more secure. I'd like it to be rock solid. Yeah, I would. I might have to trade stability for chargeability, if that's a word. Well, it's a feature. So I'm going to zoom in on a ship, a boat, a few miles away. Yeah, he's not getting ready to fall off the edge of the earth. No. It's just a couple miles away. About that. So I would be happy to debate any of the celebrity assholes, the promoters of the global deception. I would want to be able to record it and have my own rights to the content. That would be one of my conditions of any broadcast debates or interviews. I want to have ownership of my content and record it, because they can take all kinds of sound bites out. Do you know what deep fake is? Computer generated trickery to put somebody else's words in their mouth, or actually their own, make people say things they never said using computer technology. The deep fake, it's called. You can see it. It's on my liked videos, as long as that channel is up with that content. All of that can get taken down. Artificial intelligence is extremely sophisticated and not people friendly. More like the Terminator. I'll be back. How about that? Arnie. Oh, that's funny. So that's part of the social structure of rescue dogs and therapy dogs. The people will come up to other people when they've got dogs or pets. If I were to bring Smeagol or any of our hairless cats out, people would want to know, first off, what the heck is it? Smeagol looks like Mr. Bigglesworth on Austin Powers. He's hilarious. All of our cats are. One of them died. She looked perfectly healthy in the morning, and a medication that we were giving her, I believe, killed her, unfortunately. She was a 5-pound kitty, and Joni was, I'm not mad at Joni. We just, we did the best we could. We had to spend probably about $800 to try and fix her, and she dehydrated and died. It was tragic, but her liver was shutting down. My liver shut down when I had my Tylenol PM overdose. What I told Joni was Kiwi couldn't tell us that we were poisoning her. So, like, for me, I'm gonna flip this around so I block my mic from the wind. I told Joni, I use that as an example. Joni was putting the medicine in food that was desirable to Kiwi, and she was eating it. I believe it overwhelmed her liver and shut it down, unfortunately. And so it was tragic. She was adorable. And what I told Joni is the reason why I won't take pharmaceuticals is they were killing me. The word search, I couldn't put the words together, couldn't find them in the word retrieval. Word search is one of the terms that they'll use for it. Lithium was like dumping a bucket of mud in my brain. Well, I'm off my meds. It's a chemical straight, my meds. They're not my meds. I'm off of the pharmaceutical drugging of me, the control straitjacket. Now that I'm actually born again, I don't need the drugs, any of them. Isn't that special? So I'm outing the corrupt system of Big Pharma, the World Central Bank, the intelligence agencies of the world that are giving people their opinions and their beliefs by brainwashing them with television programming, radio, news, magazines, music, MK Ultra, the Illuminati, all of that. If a lot of this stuff doesn't make sense to you, then you might want to research it or just believe whatever the heck you want to believe. Most people do. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 says to everybody forever, they refuse to love the truth and so be saved. For this reason, God sends them a powerful delusion. I'm not going to be able to overpower God's decision to help people believe the lie they apparently want to believe. All of God's children will believe the truth, they'll love the truth, and they'll find the truth because He's going to make it happen. It's the doctrine of election. It's destiny. Yeah, I have a destiny. I'm living in it. I'm doing what I'm created to do. I'm in the flow. When they talk about, are you in the flow? When they talk about motivation, motivational speakers, Denzel Washington giving a speech, or Jim Carrey, I'm not asking the universe to cough up what I want. Sounds like that's what Jim's doing. I would say, well, hey, I just got connected with the Creator, and he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Yeah, he made me an offer I couldn't refuse. I didn't want to refuse it. It's the best deal going. I'm empowered to do what I'm created to do, and I get to enjoy it, even though it really pisses a lot of people off. They don't like it. And if the word piss is a big problem for you, it's the Spanish for word, piso, mojado, slippery when wet, that kind of thing. There's a lot of people that have a lot of ideas about what's right and wrong and what's true and what's false. And I'm not going to be constrained or put in a box by those people. Maybe in their own mind they'll put me in the box. Let's see. Yep, out of the box. Thinking outside the box. I didn't get the box. It's not what this is. That's not how this works. So my thanks for the comments. I hope they're good. I can't read them right now. But I have enough friends that are hip to the truth of what's going on that I know so many of you have my back. Even if a troll, a hater jumps on in, a lot of you will give them what's for. Thank you for that. So I was longboarding in California, Seal Beach. I had a pair of topsiders. I stuck my car key under my shoe. That would have been great if the tide didn't come in and move my shoes. So the truth isn't a moving target. The key to all this is to know the truth, the way, the truth, and the life. When I'm out here walking around and I'm wearing the YouTube Truth shirt and logo and a smile, people a lot of times will approach me. It was funny, I met a gentleman who worked on campaigns of world communicators, presidents. He was a campaign manager for a lot of them. And I shouted something out. Well, he laughed at it. I said, do you remember Howard Beale, broadcast news? Remember what he said? I'm mad as hell and I'm not taking it anymore. Well, you know, I'm not all mad. I'm just very determined to expose the reality of the world we live in to a population that largely doesn't want to know. So I'm gonna close this out because my P1000 recording is about to end. And I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on the moon. Let you take one more look at that. I believe that's where I'm gonna have the screenshot ending. Thanks so much for your public and private encouragement. Reach out anytime you like.